So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Newton. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So now Cam leads the Panthers out following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. This is taken at the 15. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set. Take. 54. Mike, 54. Okay, double up. Hey, 24. Whip. Watch the whip. 81. 3, alert 3.
They'll run with Foreman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Exit. Express.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Brandon Dunn in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Give me that ball.
From just shy of midfield, Newton, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Mike, 55. Check.
Now it's Newton. And the pressure gets to him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Houston. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
24. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, 59. Hey, watch Sam. Check, Mike. Smoke. Mike. Hey, 59. Heavy on the edges.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. It's caught on the right side at Smith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Watson on 3rd down. James has it. First target, first catch, and a first down.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to trap the ball in another.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards.
First down.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Go, go. Check right. Watching you.
From the gun, here's Newton. Buying time to his left. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here we go, D.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Right there in the middle, 55. Set the tone, defense.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Whoa, he just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch. But you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now. We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Go, go. Hey, 59. That's it. Check. Hey, 59. Hot, hot.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. The end result, 21 yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now first and 10 at their own 27.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Here we go, girl. Here we go.
Here's Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Gun.
Now Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Crunch time, defense.
They'll try to get the running game going here with Ivory. Luke Kuechly, the all-pro linebacker, in on the stop.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
It's now 3rd and 10.
The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check 9. Watch 54. 3 buzz. 54. Jam. Showing A. You go tight. You got tight.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
Echo. Check. 31. Lucky.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that will be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
What is that? 19! Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better.
Watson hands this to Foreman. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mike, check. 59. Watch the run.
On 2nd down and 4. Watson, he gets it left side to Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Check. 26.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Reset. 19. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You don't see me.
Off of play action, it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
For losses, now it's 3rd and goal.
Check.
3rd and goal, here's the option left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw, Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. That one good for 26 and a first down. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Trump. Don't say nothing. 55 is Mike, guys, 55. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
Second and 10, Newton again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, check Mike, check Mike.
Newton throwing again. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Great. Let's get this. Express. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. D. Mike 55, Mike 55.
The Panthers going for it on fourth. Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Newton now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Gano for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 22. Now Darquan. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
31. Cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
From the 25 on second down, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. 24. And bring it. 26. Check 25. Check 25. Go.
On first down, Watson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Looking deep for Julio, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Ready. Watch it, I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing again. Newton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Third and long, it's Newton. Looking end zone for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's James. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
55. 59, Mike. Check, 59. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Kill.
They'll run on first down. Miller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Foreman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Crunch. Go.
They run again with Foreman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Watch 54. 59. 54 is down. He's coming. Watch the edge.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm going to come back to you. Check 99. Check 99. 54 is down. He's coming. Alert. Mike, check.
Now Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. He can't get him down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Okay, 31.
Now it's Watson. Caught left side Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their